Hi, everybody. Welcome to Talking Sensible. This is Host Dark. I anticipate this stream will be flooded with people shortly. This meeting is mandatory for everybody in the YT typology community. If you consider yourself a member of the YT typology community, you need to be at this meeting now. This is mandatory. I know I didn't give you a lot of heads up ahead of time. Too bad. Drop whatever it is you're doing and get your ass over here. This is a mandatory typology meeting. If you are here currently and you know other typology members, typology community members, let them know there's a mandatory meeting going on right now. And if they don't make the meeting, they will be fined. Here's the problem we need to discuss as a community. I'm going to fill those you guys in right now ahead of time while we're waiting for everybody else to show up. Here's the problem. Frank James is too much more popular than me than I am. And that's not fair. And so everybody has to like me more. That's the rule here, okay? Hey, somebody left the mandatory meeting already. This meeting is mandatory. I want 300,000 subscribers too. Right now. All community members, even ancillary members, need to subscribe to me right now. Do it. It's a mandatory requirement of all typology community members to subscribe to me right now and always watch all my videos. Don't just watch part of them. Watch the whole thing. God, there's only 3 people so far at the man. This meeting is mandatory. There should be 10,000 people here right now. People don't respect my mandatory rules. Everybody's respecting the curfew. Why aren't they respecting my mandatory required meeting attendance about why I'm not cooler than Frank James? I require the community to insist that they feel that I'm cooler than Frank James. Okay, so you start changing how you feel right now, Mr. or Miss. You start thinking I'm cooler than him right now. And you tell your friends to do the same thing. I want 500,000 subscribers by the end of this live stream. Not a penny less. 500,000 subscribers by the end of this stream. That's fair and reasonable expectation. When I make a stream mandatory, I don't do it for no reason. I expect outcomes. I expect results. How's it working so far? Am I winning people's hearts and minds? I win hearts and minds by scolding. Well, we're done with dinner, needless to say. And so now I'm on the war path. I am on the war path. I'm well fed. The army marches on its stomach, as they say. And my stomach is saying, the hell? You know what I'm saying? Frank James with his hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Hey there, people. What? Scolding loses me the FE battle? You mean this isn't an effective technique? But I made it mandatory, Oliver. Doesn't that work, Oliver Linehand? Are you sure it doesn't? Don't you feel warm and squishy inside about being forced to like me more? Surely you enjoy that. Okay, this is like the curfew, metaphysical curfew on everybody right now, okay? The metaphysical curfew on everybody is from the hours of 5 p.m. till 6 a.m. You must like me more than Frank James. Hey, don't question it. It's the rules. See, it's working on Brave Shockwave. Brave Shockwave is feeling very squishy right now. Why? Because she knows that I'm cooler than Frank James. And so I should have 500,000 subscribers. By the end of this live stream, this is a Jerry Lewis subscriber telethon where I am going to have 500,000 subscribers before I stop live streaming. God damn it. I will live stream until I get to 500,000. It's a mandatory meeting. It's not optional. No, instance, Mom, attendance is not optional. Everybody who's not here is getting fined. Well, the parade is obviously going to have to be delayed until after the curfew's over. Like Oliver says, right now we're all enjoying curfew time. We're all just lapping it up. We're lapping up the sugary goodness of curfew time right now. We are the leaders. And I am leading you to a future in which I am more popular than Frank James. Okay? Currently, each of you is tasked with getting me 10,000 subscribers. Hurry up. Go. Go get me 10,000 subscribers right now. You go convince 10,000 of your friends to subscribe to me. Well, Waldo, listen, you want to feel really good about yourself? You go out right now and you get me 10,000 subscribers. And then I'm going to get you a prize in return. Who knows what it is? It could be something really cool. 3? Okay, well, if you could do 3 subscribers, then you'd only owe me 9,997. That would be good for you. Everybody's handing out curfews, just like they was handing out tissues at a very sad, sad movie. Everybody's handing out curfews. So anyway, I can't believe there's only 7 people here. 6 now. This is a mandatory meeting, you guys. Mandatory. Do people not understand what mandatory means? Everybody should be here right now. There'd be at least 10,000 people here. There are at least 10,000 people who are Typology community members, and they need to be here right now because it's mandatory. It's like people don't respect my authority or something. It's weird. You would think if I tell everybody it's mandatory, they just believe me. Instead, they doubt and question. Why? Why doubt and question when I say something's mandatory? I don't know. So, anywho, life's a funny thing. Everything that's important is true. Everything that's unimportant is also true. And things that are false are mixed degrees of importance and unimportance. That's what makes life a funny thing. Ah, yes. Life, the great tragedy at which we can only laugh. Ha 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 ha. But also the hollow laugh, devoid of mirth. For it is the laughter of sadness of the earth. Sadness of the people that there inhabit. Faustian bargain, huh? Telling everybody to get me 10,000 subscribers each? I'm not sure how that qualifies as Faustian. YouTube is throttling your channel view count, Eric. There are well over 10,000 people watching and we're shadow banned. I don't think so. If shadow banning appears in that list, there's not 10,000 people in that list of banned people. I don't think YouTube's throttling my channel view count. I think they may be not doing a very good job of recommending my videos, but I'm not doing a very good job of working their system. So I've really only got myself to blame. I'm not upset at YouTube. I'm grateful that YouTube upheld my appeal about that one strike that I had, and I deserve to have that upheld. And they were just and fair about that, and I appreciate that. I think their new system where you self-report what you got in your videos when you upload them is great, but it doesn't apply to live streaming. Yeah, PP will show up at some point maybe and give her announcement that you can share with all of your cats. She's in charge of mandatory announcements for the cat population. So yeah, right now in Los Angeles, I am on curfew. I am. Mom and Dad have said I can't leave the house after 6 p.m. Now, what I am amused about is the fact is my car is currently parked on the street because my dad's parked at the top of the driveway, so I can't get into the driveway. When he pulls his car into the garage for the night, I'll go out and move my car in. What I want to know is if the parking enforcement can go around starting at 6 p.m. and ticket every car that's on the street because nobody can legally move their car after 6 p.m. That's what I want to know. So even though it's parked legally right now, there's no overnight parking in Arcadia. If I can't leave the house to move my car, then it should be the case that the parking enforcement people can start giving tickets right now for overnight parking at 7 p.m. Why? Well, because you can't legally leave your house to move your car, I guess. I don't think that's going to happen, obviously, but it's a curious legal question, right? Can you TI ticket somebody for violating a parking law in that fashion? Given the fact that you can't legally leave the house, you must be parked illegally, even if you're not currently parked illegally. Interesting question. I guess the answer would be no. You could say, well, I've got a cop friend who can legally be out, and he said he's going to come move my car in. You could make that claim. You can't prove that I wasn't going to get it in somehow legally. I might have some legal way to do it. Live stream me breaking the rules. I don't want to break YouTube rules at all. That gets you into big trouble. I'm not remotely interested in that. Yeah, maybe I plan to lasso the car and pull it into the driveway with a lasso. Would that be legal, or would that be considered by curfew violation? Is my rope breaking the curfew if I lasso something outside of my property? Just don't lasso and you won't have to worry about it, Eric. Oh, okay. Thanks. That's helpful. That's really helpful. 12 people here. You people who are here, you are in compliance. You are not getting fined. Okay. You've attended the mandatory meeting. The mandatory meeting is everybody in the typology community is from now on required to like me more than Frank James between the hours of 6 p.m. and 5 a.m. Okay. So I should have at least as many. Yeah, there's room for one more. You're welcome. Everybody's welcome to the mandatory meeting. In fact, they're not just welcome, they're required to be here. Okay? For those who got here late, there's a new rule I want to stress to everybody that from now on, between the hours of 6 p.m. and 5 a.m., everybody must like me more than Frank James, and thereby increase my subscriber count to approximately 500,000, please. I'll be satisfied with 400,000, I guess, if you want to be all picky about it. You know, even 300,000, which would be more than Frank James currently has, would be adequate. It's just I need to beat Frank James. Okay, I'm better than Frank James. I want 1 million subscribers. That's the key message of this mandatory meeting. Naturally, normally I can't arbitrarily tell everybody what to do. But because of the rioting and COVID, I can tell you what to do between the hours of 6 p.m. and 5 a.m. It's okay for me to do that now. He's not an asshole. I like Frank James a lot. I'm not talking any shit about Frank James, actually. I think he's doing a great job. He's killing it. He's got a good, what do you call it? He's got a good thing going, you know? He's got a good structure, a good setup. Yeah. What's in it for you? Compliance with the rules, David Grand M. Do you want to be out of compliance with the rules? Because I'm arbitrarily assigning rules right now. And what's in it for you is you get to either be in compliance or out of compliance. You know what happens to people who are out of compliance, don't you? They get finger wags, among other things. So if you don't want finger wags, maybe I'd suggest, are you laughing at my rule? But David Granim, it's a rule. And I'm the YouTuber, so I get to make all the rules, okay? I'm what you might call a rule luminary. Meat vlog channel. He is not. He's no INFP. Good, Frank. Good, David Grandam. You're on board. I appreciate that. Now we're talking the same language. Yes, you get to capitulate and comply. And then I will say, good job. And if you don't, I will wag my finger until the shame overwhelms you. You don't do well with rules. Okay, for you, Sandy, we're going to call the rule a suggestion. Okay, how about that? He is not an INFP, Broccoli Todd, and Meat Vlog channel. You two are mated together in the sexual intercourse of wrongness. Okay? Your baby will come out just a puddle of afterbirth and wrongness. He's not pretending to be another type. He is an INFJ, obviously. Broccoli Todd. I don't think you're even a broccoli. You say you're broccoli. I don't even think you're broccoli at all. I think you're mostly just Todd. Liar. Lying, pretending to be broccoli when you're not. James, you're an ENTP. Oh. I guess that makes us ENTP in a pods. ENTPs in a pod. Baby is bad. Skull head. Yeah. Listen to Brave Shockwave. She seems to have it down. She understands this is a mandatory live stream. Frank James is an INFJ for lots of obvious reasons to me. I can peg INFJs pretty good now. I can kind of smell them. I mean, been with one now for a full 8 months. And boy, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but what we have right now is fully just straight up Rachel. You know, there's no head shit going on. It's like she's completely sane Rachel. This new medication regimen is fucking amazing. It was quite a wake-up call to see, oh, this is something that can be totally turned off. And that doesn't just have to be managed. It's either she's impacted by it somewhat or not, or she's not impacted at all, and because she's mentally healthy. And that's what this new medication regimen has done. I'm not sure how much you guys see it on the observer's end, the audience end, but it's very obvious to me, living with her throughout the day, that this is fully realized Rachel. Like, in other words, not impacted by any kind of pathology. Okay, so continuing on to this new topic. Hello, Eric, top 5 favorite songs. Well, my top 5 favorite songs of the moment, let me just say that, okay? The songs that I'm enjoying listening to most at the moment are A Good Song Never Dies by Saint Motel, Just My Type by Saint Motel, Crush by Tessa Violet, I Like the Idea of You by Tessa Violet. And these are songs I'm enjoying a lot right now that are stuck in my head that I go to listen to again and again and again. So that's 4 of them. Which is the 5th one if I had to nail it down that I'm really digging on right now. I'm liking that Dayglow song. Rachel's enthusiasm for it has been a little bit contagious to me. At first, I was kind of unsure about it, but the Dayglow song, "Call Me Tonight," "Can I Call You Tonight?" Those are the 5 that I am currently listening to a lot. This is a Talking to Finish People shirt. This is OG TWFP shirt, dog. Weed doesn't really have any trade-offs. It's pretty, I mean, the big trade-off is you need to nap once or twice more in the day than you otherwise would, probably. If I were to say all-time favorite songs, that's a difficult question to answer. But the 5 songs that I'm into right now, those are the 5 songs. Drugs aren't cheating. That's ridiculous. Shortcutting? I mean, look, that assumes that you should get to something the more difficult way. But we know that's not the case in all sorts of things in life. It's not the case that we should get a trench dug by giving everybody a bunch of different people spoons, right? That's a very inefficient way to get a trench dug. So we shouldn't do it that way. Same thing is true with anything in life. There's no reason to be inefficient. If, in fact, amphetamines help me to get some certain things done, and it seems like it's something I need to do, then I should have the courage and fortitude to do the drugs necessary to get it accomplished. I hold myself accountable, Why shouldn't I? You can look at it that way, right? That you're failing to hold yourself accountable by failing to utilize resources that are legitimate when they're legitimate for arbitrary reasons. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I say? I believe in suffering. It's gonna happen anyway. It's never gonna be easy, no matter what you do. But you should try to impact yourself with a shoe. You got to make yourself as good as you can to even have a chance. It's not like you got excess talent and opportunity. That's just not the way shit lands. Nobody does. Nobody's so brilliant and genius that they don't have to pay attention to getting shit done. I mean, TE frame. James, you must be TE countervaluing or TE polar. You Mr. Anti-TE guy. Your FI feels off with that? Let's have a feel off. I'm going to feel and you feel, and we'll see who feels more, okay? That's feeling, okay? How many units of feeling did I express right there? I'd say 65. It's not that difficult to beat. You could probably beat 65. I put out 65 units of feeling in that 30 seconds or so. You got 30 seconds to see if you can beat 65, okay? It's a D. It's on scale of 1 to 100, so. Well, Byron Grant, I can easily type your girlfriend at any moment for $100. If you're trying to get a free typing, that's pretty difficult to do. It's possible sometimes, but it kind of happens out of the blue randomly. Drugs for fun you're fine with? Okay, well, even more so TE countervaluing TE polar. Fun's a useful thing, right? Oh, wait, aren't you making it a workaround for fun, James? If you do drugs for fun, isn't that a workaround to having fun because non-drug ways of having fun are failing? Yes, Space Cat, I can see you. I see you, Space Cat. I see you testing the chat. Writing test and test. I can see you, Space Cat. I can see you, Space Cat, with your writing words. What do I mean, Mom? I mean you're full of turds. This is some sexy content, and all must comply. I anticipate now your contrivance. Why? Because you think autonomy matters for you, but I'm full of authority to tell you what to do. Yes, this is bossy Eric trying to force his reality on everybody. You must like me more. That's what I would call sixth slot FE. Sixth slot FE is you must like me more. My third slot FE is a little more subtle than that. Hey guys, I like you a lot. That's the trick of FE, you see. You guys, I like you so much. Let's talk a little bit today about extroverted feeling. When I think about extroverted feeling, I mostly think about how much I really, really like you guys. It is so nice spending time with you here. You know who I'm talking to. You're the special one. You're the one I'm talking to. You're my favorite YouTube viewer. Isn't that nice? Yeah, I really appreciate you. I love having you around here, and you know who you are. It's you. That's right. Keep doing what you do, dog. Word. Your kitty hurty feely? No, that's great, right? Do you like my FE? Everybody likes that FE. Sky Gear. Hey, I'm so happy to see you. How you doing, buddy? What's second slot FE? It's either INFJ or ISFJ. It's what I was doing there was more like dominant FE, I guess, but it could be second slot. Second slot and dominant are hard to tell apart in when you're talking about FE because FE is naturally extroverting your perception management. It's going to play out similarly in the dominant tool. Anyway, right now what I'm going to do for the rest of this stream, for the rest of the few minutes of this stream that I dedicate to this anyway, is I want to talk to you guys about how cool you are and how much you mean to me. Because I know that a lot of times I can be a little bit self-absorbed and talk about myself a lot, but really, you guys are the heart of this community. And, I really love you all, and you're really very important to me. As an FE tool user or DOM, if paired with introverted intuition, these statements are true and also self-aware enough to be mostly hollow. You can't really accuse me of lying. I genuinely do care about people. I genuinely am appalled by instances of injustice, but at the same time, what appears to be warmth is actually an imperious haughtiness. Yeah, that's right. I'm an INFJ. And, I'm not struggling to hold back tears. Your FI doesn't buy it. Hey. Are you saying that I'm being fake? That's not fake. That's not fake. That's just FE. Just because it's FE doesn't mean it's fake. It's true. It's like those things I'm saying are basically true. I feel that way, or I think those things, right? I don't really feel those things because I don't really feel a lot, But I wasn't saying the things that were untrue. That's the INFJ way. They say things that are true. They care about things that are worth caring about. They are genuinely outraged by injustice, and they're careful with dealing with other people. And at the same time, there's not really a lot of actual feeling behind it, It's what it means to be a metaphysician, a metaphysical type. All right, Bill Burkett, the answer to that question is very simple. ISFP. Now, here's the other thing. If somebody has a cat and wants to make a video with me about 15 or 20 minutes long, probably, where I ask them a bunch of questions about their cat, and they answer the questions about their cat, and then I type their cat for them. I am willing to do that for free for anybody who wants me to do that for their cat.
I like that
for the moment.
I like that. I like that idea. That's fun.
I think it sounds like a fun video.
Just cats?
Or dog. But cats are maybe a little easier to... yeah, I'll go either one. Cat or dog is fine.
Okay.
Okay, well, are you willing to go on video and have me ask you about your cat or your cats?
Yeah.
And answer those questions on video? If you are, then we can do it right now. A turtle? I don't think I can type a turtle. I can type a cat or a dog. I really just don't think I can type a turtle. Although, 'cause I don't know what kind of range of behaviors a turtle might have.
This is true.
You have a giraffe too. Oh wow!
Wow.
You have your very own giraffe.
Do they have names?
So anyway, if somebody, I'll keep throwing this out there. When somebody actually is totally down, they'll be like, "I have a cat, and I'll do it right now."
Yeah.
Chicken, I could type a chicken. My chicken was a certain type. I don't remember what type she was. I think she was mostly like, she's pretty lovey-dovey. She's kind of ISFP-ish, yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, she's a good
Aww,
chicken.
so red. Hey, Zandy. I'm good, thanks. How about you?
Well, she's 4 hearts plus 3 hearts on the face plus 3 stars plus a rainbow.
That's pretty good.
That equals happy, I guess, or
Aww.
good. Your cat's a sexy ISTP. Oh, I believe it.
That needs a mommy.
It needs a mommy. Most
Aww.
ISTPs do.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah. My ISFP doesn't really has come to accept that she is fully attached and needs her mommy and daddy.
Yeah.
But she's aloof in general. She doesn't tend to think of herself as needing anything or anybody. But her FI feels so safe around us that she's succumbed to just being a lovey love pants.
Yeah. Good interpretation errors. Tuxedo cats.
Yeah, there is definitely a mathematics to emoticons.
Yeah, there is. I speak it very well.
You know, like a laughing crying face that's sideways plus a laughing crying face that's regular direction means something slightly different than just 2 laugh. Like, see this laughing crying face that Danny has right there?
Uh-huh.
There's one that goes sideways like that, and there's one that's regular ways, right?
Yeah.
It definitely, there's a subtle difference in the meaning between one sideways and one flat, or 2 sideways or 2 flat. Now, I'm not that expert in the mathematics of emoji, but I think the answer to any emoji equation is always an emotion. So like 2 sideways these things plus 2 sideways these things equals more, like slightly more laughing and less crying, versus these ones well, actually I think the sideways ones are more laughing.
Yeah, more laughing.
The up and down ones, they represent a neutral balance between laughing and crying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Sky Gear. That
is a good. See, that is emoji language right there. Sky Gear, Lord of the Promiscuous Any Tool.
That might be an emojimatics axiom. It might be an axiom of emojimatics.
That's sweet, Zandy. What's your dog's name?
It looks like a fox. I'm not going to lie to you. Your dog looks a little bit like a fox.
Is she more of a big dog?
That thing right there.
Pensive.
Okay, that curious one goes like this. I wonder about this, right? That is used to soften negative statements and make it seem like you're not being a douche. You're just being curious. You know, like, you know, it seems odd that Rachel always seems so extroverted in these live streams. You know, like that's how people use it. Yes. To try to soften and get away with their trolly, shitty little comments, you know?
I like Matt Rose's Rockstar plus like science nerd equals TWFP. Yeah,
That's
definitely.
cool. I like that, too.
Is nice.
Your Chihuahua's an ESTP. My former dog, I think, was an ISFJ. This cat being an ISFP is quite different personality.
James, those are a lot of different emotions right now. Is that you? Is that what you're going through?
Okay, so if you're happy, mad, despairing, and in love, then you must have fallen in love with somebody who's unavailable to you.
Yeah, maybe a little lovesick. That's how I take it.
Now, I would say more specifically, you've fallen in love with a dead person.
Or unrequited. Yeah, dead person.
You've fallen in love with a dead person. That's the answer to this emoji equation from James. Emoji equation is a fun game.
Yeah, it is.
I like emoji equation. Okay, so let's look at Zandy's new emoji equation. What is that first one supposed to be anyway?
Super love for her cat.
Oh, super love for her cat.
A cat in the box, or super love for space cat.
Super love for putting animals inside of boxes. That's kind of mean, Sandy. I love caging the beasts.
Well, space cats popped out, right?
Space cat popped. Okay, so now we got four sidewayses.
4 sidewayses.
That means you've got. Let's say each sideways is a quarter more laughy than cryy, and that means you've got a 2-to-1 laugh to cry ratio.
This is the one that I use a lot for. Can I show?
Of course, yeah. Here,
for my expression of happiness.
You need this, not that.
Oh, I'm such like a.
There you go.
Team.
Okay, Oliver, I'm glad you're back. Thank you. We were about to shoot you with rubber bullets. We were just about to shoot you. So you just barely got back in time. Okay, my kitty feely happy is cat in a box plus middle finger plus crying. What?
This is usually me.
That's you?
Yeah, this is how I respond. Because that's how I smile.
I'll push enter. Wait. Do you want to pick your skin tone?
Whoa, interesting. No.
You can pick your skin tone if you want.
That's the one that I usually use when I'm like replying to people. I think very hard about my emojis.
I like that one. Go down a little bit here. Go to that. Here. This one. I like this one.
I used to use that one all the time, but no one ever understood what it meant. It's smirk.
It's smirk, but I see it as wry, self-satisfied smile, which I guess is like a smirking. Yeah, a wry, self-satisfied smile.
No one ever understood that. Like, I'd be like, hey, like my joke. That's nice. A nice one too.
Relieved.
Self-satisfaction.
This is relieved.
Yeah. See how I don't know feelings either? I say self-satisfaction.
Well, if you hover over it, it tells you what it is right there. See?
Oh, I see. See, I would never know that because through text, on your phone, they don't say that.
It says astonished face. So what's astonished plus relieved plus smirking?
Like, someone broke up, they're relieved. Maybe I could go after her.
I think of it as being everyone had finally convinced you were wrong and you were ready to go along with it. And then all of a sudden news breaks and it turns out you were right the whole time. First you feel relief and then you start smirking.
That's you. Yay, Octavia Silva's here. I like the sunglasses one too, Zandy.
What does this one mean? What emotion is this? Ideally, the answer, oops, not plus. I meant equals. I meant equals, not plus. What emotion? Ideally, the answer is a single word. A single word emotion, like, adventurous or persnickety. Ooh, look at that. That is some
Horny?
that is some very sexy headwear.
Thank you. Don't I look like I'm like from the 50s?
You do.
I learned head wrapping from a boomer, so if you want to call it, from a baby boomer.
You came too soon and it frustrated you? That has happened in my
That's
life.
actually not such bad. That is not such a bad.
I am not immune to that myself, so
Yeah.
it happens sometimes.
It does.
Mm-hmm. It's so odd. Sometimes I can't come at all. Sometimes happens too fast, and it's just sex is that kind of thing. It's a weird thing. When you try to get your mind around it, it just confuses you. It's just not something you can really think about. You just gotta let it happen.
You're right.
I find it just confusing and weird, and
I do too.
This is the first time I've felt comfortable in my sex life, really, really comfortable ever.
I'm happy to hear that. Me too.
Your hand never disappoints. My hand always does. Almost always. Occasionally I have a good session, but by and large, it always does, because it always pales in comparison to sexual intercourse with my lovely assistant here, my lovely sexual intercourse partner, namely Rachel Lapalosa.
And he's teaching me what he likes, and I'll keep it at that.
Octavia, so listen, I got a limited amount of nuts in me.
How many times you nut?
I'm every once in a while we'll go twice in a day, but that's about the max, and that's unusual. It's very unusual. So usually it's like every day or every other day, or depends. Different stretches. Different stretches, different amounts for different stretches of time.
I like brave shockwaves emojis, smiley and a heart. That's nice.
Yeah, it is true romance.
Yeah.
It is the quality of the nut. Exactly. Tatum's got it right. It's not the quantity of the nut, it's the quality of the nut. It's not the duration of the sexual experience, it's the overall holistic value of it. Now, it is true that it has to reach a certain amount of duration to be fully realized. If it's too quick, then obviously that's a bit of a problem. But
sometimes it's fun if it's quick.
I like as long as it only happens that way every once in a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But
mixing it up's not
there's a certain amount of time, a certain duration that's the ideal duration. And there's a certain arc that I think each person goes through in the sex process. This is for description of me anyway, where I get into it more and more and more up to a certain point, and then I got a nut right then. Because if I start going over the edge of it and getting out of it, then I might not nut. I probably won't nut at all, So there's an arc, and you got to time the arc so that both people's arcs time out right around the top of their excitement before it starts going around the other side. Before it starts going on too long,
Are you describing a bell curve?
No, I'm describing actually a much different slope than that. I'm describing a slope that goes like this. And then it goes down much faster than it goes up. So once I've had enough, it's like it's been going on for too long now. Then I get tired of it faster.
That's good.
Than I would. Then it takes me to get maximize into itness.
That sounds healthy to me though, because you don't want to overwork yourself, and then you could end up really hurting yourself too.
Well, I mean, I will say this. The strong motivation implicit in sex means that when I'm when I'm doing the work, by the end of it, I am just like gasping for air.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry, baby? I'm just saying, it's like it's something about sex pushes you to more physical exertion.
I'm guessing.
More physical exertion than you would normally push yourself to, and you don't notice it until after you nut, and then you're like, oh my God, Jesus Christ, I can't breathe. That's also just being kind of an old man and being a heavy smoker and all those things too. Although my wind's not terrible. It's like I can go jogging with Rachel and I can last.
Yeah, and his lungs are better than mine. I have like air, like I really have to concentrate on my air when I'm running. I really do. Space Cat was probably accidentally banned. Hey, Morg.
Do you consider your semen your life essence, Cloud? Because let me tell you something. That's problem number one with this argument chain. Semen is not your life essence. It's something you have to get out of you, or else you feel It's like pee or poo. You don't want to hold your pee, right? For a longer period of time.
No.
You don't want to hold your poo, right?
Mm-mm.
You also don't want to hold your semen.
No.
And to ejaculate it.
Yes. It's very important, actually.
It's bad for your prostate.
Yes,
to hold
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
It's not good for your prostate.
Actually,
it will do nothing to your
hurting
energy or vibration more than any other placebo thing you want to choose to randomly pick.
If you want to experience that, go ahead. It's
a terrible idea, but you go ahead and do what you're going to do, obviously. I am glad that you're attending the mandatory meeting.
Yeah, and Space Cat, honestly, like, I butt hammer. Like butt wrench people all the time. Like I did Levi Samuels for no reason. Like it happened because I'm working on my. I usually
butt wrenching is different than butt hammering. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I know butt hammer. Let's just get back there. But yeah, so I butt wrench people because I'm half watching it on my phone and I'm half asleep and my fingers are moving. So I apologize ahead of time.
Yes, that's my number. And
butt hammer.
I don't know. I don't even like you telling me about it, James. It's terrible.
I meant wrenching. But if you want a butt hammer.
Yeah. Listen, if butt wrenching you doesn't work, she'll butt hammer you.
Yeah, I don't. You really have to. You have to be really mean or a real bad troll, to get wrenched by me on purpose.
Yes, Hambone, that is my phone number, and my phone is in the car, so I can't see right now what you have to say until I go get my phone out of the car, which I might do sooner or later. Here, we'll see. Let's not push me to action too quick.
Do you want an extra bud?
If you want to put it in there, go for it. All right. I'm going to transubstantiate this bong rip to Hambone. Hambone, you deserve this one.
That's for you, Hambone. Smoky air.
You're pretty thin? Okay. Well, then we'll know how to recognize you when you see you. You're the thin guy in Washington State.
With no belly.
You need a pound of weed?
Well, we can transubstantiate.
Yeah, listen, Angater, we will transubstantiate a bong rip for you. That's the best I can do.
Yeah.
I can't transubstantiate a pound of weed because I don't even have a pound of weed to transubstantiate to you.
I mean, listen, even when I was away, remember in January, I was dry. I was bone dry. Sometimes used to.
I've only had a pound of weed like twice in my life. If I've actually been in possession of a pound.
I've never.
Both times when I harvested, big harvest.
I saw the bud that you're talking about, the little sprout.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Let me go look. Actually, probably could use a little bit of water.
Mm-hmm. There's water in the watering. Oh no, I don't know if there's any more water in the watering can. I might have.
I'll be right back.
I used to be thin with muscle, but now I'm just slightly thick. I'm pretty thick. My medication over the years, and plus I'm 35. My body's changing, so I've put on more weight than I usually have had. I don't think I was on yesterday. I just said ESTJ today for the fun because it's as good as any other type. Actually, can't confirm anything. Therefore, using Calculus Eliminatus. Oliver Linehan, do you live in Washington State too? Back and forward, I know what you mean. I've also had to wait for my dealer as well too. It sucks. Gram is still 20. That's not bad. So you could get a pound. Bonnie Lake area.
Yep, you're right. See, I thought I saw one, and then I went out there on another occasion, and I didn't see it again. I thought, oh, I guess it was just a piece of grass. I guess I was wrong. I guess it wasn't that. Because when I first saw it, it still had the shell on it. You couldn't see any leaves yet. It was the stem with a little bit of the shell of the seed that I could see. And I figured that's got to be that seed. I think it looks like a weed seed that's been opened up, you know.
You saying that made me want to look, so.
Right, and then when I went back to look later to see if I could find it, I couldn't see it anymore. I guess I just maybe didn't look hard enough or whatever. But, yep, sure enough, it's there.
Cool.
So that's great.
I watered the tree as well, the pine.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling that this plant is going to grow big and produce a lot of weed because it's a sativa dominant hybrid we got the seed from. It's that one, the previous bag before this stuff, you know. The last two times we've gotten the same stuff, right? The one before that was this berry whatever. Remember that one? That's where we got the seed out of.
Wow. Lucky.
Okay, Hambone, rock and roll. Hang loose, brother, as they say in Hawaii.
Oh,
Hang
cool.
loose, brother.
Bye, Hambone.
So yeah, that's one thing I'm gonna start doing then is later tonight I'm gonna check my phone, I'm gonna find out where Hambone lives, and I'm gonna make a motel reservation up there and see if there's places open, you know, nearby. You know.
Good luck, Oliver Linehan.
You have final exams for college.
I feel like that's late. It's no, I guess it's on par.
When in doubt, pick C.
That's what they say.
Mm-hmm. That's what they say. Are they correct? I don't know, but I'm repeating what they say anyway, as though they were correct.
You know what I appreciate?
What?
Octavio Silva's
dabbing,
and you're dabbing from the live stream not so long ago. Yeah.
This is to dab. If you look up to dab in the dictionary, this is the picture.
Cool.
See how I've made my face exactly 90 degrees? Or whatever. Or even more like this.
Cam Newton made it up.
Cam Newton?
Yep. Cam Newton, because he would catch down the line, score, and then just be like,
Huh. Dabbing. I didn't know
That's
Cam
seven.
Newton did that.
Yep, Cam Newton started that.
Huh. Well, good for
That-
Cam Newton.
Thanks.
Cam Newton, congratulations. You invented dabbing.
Yeah, right. Not really great with the Panthers. I felt bad. He got close there a couple times. But
Pretty
Dab,
good.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's still in the mix, too. His career's not over.
cool. I'm happy to hear that.
Unless COVID killed football.
I asked your dad, I was like, is football coming back? And he's like, yeah, but I don't know what they're going to do.
Ooh, look at that. Gray face.
What is that?
Where did you get that gray face
I
from?
like that. That's like me and you.
Who's gray? And who's yellow? Are you gray and I'm yellow or vice versa?
Yeah, I think I'm the gray one.
It's interesting you view yourself as gray.
No, just because it's
because if you... Oh.
my skin looks more like the gray one, and yours looks more like yellow. That's
also,
why.
when you wear the mask.
Yeah.
And you're really a gray face. I don't see any gray
I don't really have a
face.
gray face.
I don't know where gray face is. He's got the magical gray face that nobody else can see.
I like that you're watching the sunrise cloud. That's a magic ball underneath the scales.
Clamp.
Oh, I can hear like those moons too, talking to each other.
Pow. Okay, there. That's what I'd say. Who can piece together my message, my secret emoji message? What is it? What is the secret message contained within there?
1, 2.
It's clamp.
Be a clamp.
It's a clamp, Octavia Silva. Smoking notehead clamp flag. It's smoking notehead clamp flags. Did you burn your homework and with your big brain you managed to get out of the tight spot? It's happened before. I've been known to get out of things that I shouldn't get out of on occasion.
I had like Jen, she had her dog literally eat her homework.
She probably brought in a bag with the shit to prove with a piece of paper in it. Okay.
No, but she definitely was like, oh God.
See, that's the thing.
So.
If I had that happen to me, any smoky comments will be clamped, flagged, and blocked. That's a good guess, Space Cat. That's way better than I came up with. I don't know what it means. There is no secret message. There's no secret message. I just picked all those things at random.
I took something like, there's such a clamp on smoking now that they like make you feel bad for it.
That is the power of NI right there. Making up meanings where there are none.
It's fun.
I
haven't played that game
because there are implicitly meanings to things, like smoking means something and flag means something. My color is a dark periwinkle. It's a deep periwinkle.
He's an indigo. I think he's an indigo kid, and I think I'm a rainbow kid. Because I always liked rainbows, like ever since I was like little.
I'm an indigo kid.
Indigo, yeah.
What does indigo mean? Indigo kid.
No, it's not the new NI test. Indigo child is someone who's like doesn't accept the system as it is, like researches it and asks a lot of questions, and people don't have a lot of the answers for.
Right.
They also fight for justice and can be seen as rebellious to some.
I see.
They care about changing
Done
things
properly,
for the
they're
world.
correct.
Yeah.
Done improperly, they're incorrect.
Mm-hmm. A lot of them are diagnosed with ADHD and ADD.
ADHD?
Mm-hmm. Ooh la la.
What emotion is that?
I don't know.
Outrage?
Outrage indeed. Outrage!
Why, I never!
You shall not pass.
The goal!
The hell I will.
Right? How about this emotion? And then I realized it was all over.
What emotion is that, guys?
What emotion is
I'm not
that?
telling you. I don't know.
What emotion is that?
That's a game. That's a good game. What emotion is that? Octavio says Cloud post pics.
You yeah, it's a ridiculous.
Pics that didn't happen.
There's not a diagnosis of anything. Why are the birds such a part of the spiritual world? If you answer that, then explain cats too. Why are birds such a part of the spiritual world?
Because your mom said so.
Good one, baby. I think that's probably the best answer, but
okay.
So obviously the question presumes that in fact birds are such a part of the spiritual world. The Manatee Meow. What are they talking about? Birds. Well, there's a lot of birds around here, but I have not always lived places where there are a lot of birds. For example, when I was in Taipei, in Taiwan, there are no birds there. Like 0 birds.
Really?
It struck me the whole time I was looking for them. I noticed some point early on that there doesn't seem to be any birds here, and I spent the rest of the trip looking around for them. I never saw any fucking birds at all.
Wow, that's interesting.
It's weird, right?
I wonder why.
My theory is they eat them all. I think Chinese people, they eat whatever random animal they can find. If it moves, crawls, wiggles, or flies, Chinese people will eat it.
It seems so. They're known for the cats. The Wonder Kitty. Yes. You the big green eyes.
Pouty blackishness. That's a good emotion.
Why pouty blackishness?
I think she was identifying what my emotion was.
Oh.
She was naming it. Pouty blackish. Pouty blackish is a good name for a character as well as bone marbles. Bone marbles and pouty blackish. But I don't really know for sure why it was that Taipei had no birds. I do know that around here, we are about as thick with birds as you can possibly be. There are all kinds of different species of birds. They're all over the fucking place around here.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's great. There's flocks of parrots. There's flocks of... You see geese flying periodically. You see the peacocks are all over the place, obviously. We've got woodpeckers and blue jays and sparrows and finches of all different kinds of sorts and hummingbirds.
Crows and ravens.
Hawks, mockingbirds, There's all kind of birds.
That's like, yeah, you got it wrong. There's like certain kind of cardinal, woodpeckers, finches are all over too.
Yeah.
I feel like finches like come out at certain times though.
Now the question is, are they part of the spiritual world more than say other kinds of animals? I like to think that animal life is indeed part of the spiritual world.
Get it, girl, get it, yeah. You know. Get those claws.
Can you channel a bird or a cat? I mean, I can't. I don't put a lot of actual weight into magic stuff like that. I'm just kind of teasing, you know. The weird thing about NI magic is it doesn't matter if you're teasing or not. Right? So it's like, it doesn't matter how seriously I take it. If I pull cards for somebody, there's going to be a link to their actual NI, the extent of their actual NI in life, you know? If they have, the higher the NI, the more they're going to find those linkages. Or the more value the NI, the more they're likely to find those linkages. Any links to it as well, somewhat. So, you might find some INFPs who are into that kind of thing, or INTPs as well. But to the extent that you really find it meaningful as a way of understanding your life, rather than something fun that you ideate about, you're more likely to prioritize what? Me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ran out of gas. The sentence was too long. Oh, beautiful, beauty. I feel so fortunate to be with my beautiful darling.
Thank you, baby.
Rachel, you love me. I love you too. Oh, PNP is jealous.
Oh, she's here too. We love you.
Yes, we love you
we
too.
Do. You're a PNP.
We didn't mean to exclude you from the loving party.
Mommy and Daddy love you. Yes, we do.
You are very loved and magnificent.
Yes.
Oh, the majesty. The noble majesty of a kitty cat.
You always.
Rachel's hair.
Kitty.
Kitty really loves Rachel's hair too.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, beauty pants. Oh, so good and cute and just as fun and special. Oh, yes. You cannot have this cat. Oh, my beautiful kitty friend. Yes, so sensual and just.
Yes, so sensual and just.
What a noble magnificence. Oh, your royal majesty.
Teaching me FI and all.
What a kitty pageant winner.
What a kitty pageant.
If you want to know what a kitty pageant winner looks like, there she is.
Beautiful.
In all of her glorious beauty.
Yes, kitty pageant.
Oh, kitty pageant winning kitty pageant winner. Are you going ninth dimension, Sky Gear? Uh-oh, everyone. Sky Gear is going ninth dimension.
Let's go. What's going on over there?
What is this? Oh, it's my automatic scan on my driver update program.
Oh.
That's fine. You're allowed to be.
That is.
You're supposed to be. You're not a virus or something program. You're supposed to be. So, Octavio, Space Cat, James, Cloud, U4, or G now. This is how cult leaders do things. I decided to become a cult leader like Teal Swan. So you guys are all my cult leaderies now. I'm cult leader. And to prove your loyalty to the cult, I need Cloud, James, Space Cat, and Octavia Silva to all have a big orgy right now. That's how you know I'm a cult leader. Right? I tell other people when to have sexual intercourse.
How?
And how, yeah, and with whom.
Mm-hmm.
That's one guarantee that you're a cult leader. If you do that, if you're like, listen, all you cultees, listen. New cult rule. You gotta sleep with who I say you gotta sleep with. Okay? And chicks, we're gonna give you a heads up. Who you gotta sleep with, it's me. It's me.
Yep. Yep. Basically.
Rachel would make a better cult leader. You were right. ENTPs cannot run a cult.
Thank you.
ENTPs cannot run a cult because I just can't maintain a straight face and be self-servingly evil like that, you know?
You'd have to leave the situation pretty fast.
Yeah, my feelings are not tough enough for that kind of shit. My feelings get hurt way too easily.
I feel like that's a situation like you'd book it.
Yeah, I'm as tender as a tenderloin when it comes to that kind of stuff.
I don't want to be a cult leader though.
You would call me the kind of tender shoots that pandas eat. Tender shoots. Pandas only eat the tenderest of shoots.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they don't eat. What's the opposite of tender?
Hard. Stiff.
It's like what you call meat. It's too chewy.
Oh.
Like gristly?
Oh, bristly.
I guess you call it gristly.
Bristly, yep.
Gristly shoots.
They don't eat the gristly shoots?
Yeah, they eat the tender shoots, but not the gristly shoots. That's the thing to note here.
That's nice.
Tough shoots. The tough shoots. Thank you, New Groove. Thank you, David Grandam. That is correct answer. Not the gristly shoots.
Not the gristly.
No, not gamey angant here. That's a word that has to do with flavor, not texture. Whereas the issue of toughness or tenderness is an issue of texture, not flavor.
Tender. So I like that they like the tender ones.
Yeah, pandas only like the tender shoots.
Pandas, I'm a fan of pandas. They make me laugh.
Yeah, but you can't go up and pet them or else they'll maul you.
I don't really want to do that.
Don't pet the panda. They're not nice. They'll totally maul you and eat your lice.
I watched one time though. I watched this ESTJ girl clean up a baby panda pen. She was so funny with them. She was so good with them too, because she had to clean up the area, the leaves and everything, and they're climbing into the bucket where the leaves are supposed to go, and they fall over, and she has to pick them up, and she's like, no, she'll put them away. It was so cute.
Tough meat. Yeah, tough is the best antonym for tender. I agree.
Tough, yeah. Tough is the opposite of tender.
Pet the one-eyed. David White, I think you're getting a little sensual. Those tones are too moist with sensuality. Your nickname for your chunky orange cat is the panda badger?
It's cute.
Uh-oh, Bill Walton's here.
Uh-oh.
Bill T. Walton is here, and he's going to put a rabbit-hungry panda in my room while I sleep. You know what? The only way you're going to make sure that's a nice surprise is if you wrap me in tender shoots, Bill T. Walton. You're going to need to wrap me in tender shoots.
Wrapped in tender shoots actually sounds very nice.
Now, if you want to kill somebody in an adorable way, in the most adorable way imaginable. You, while they're sleeping, wrap them in tender shoots and put them in the panda cage at the zoo. And pandas come and eat the tender shoots, but they're clumsy with their teeth and they'll accidentally bite into your body.
I have another update from news, LA County.
Oh yeah, sure. What is it?
Public safety alert. The county of LA is ordering another curfew from 6 p.m. tonight to 6 a.m. tomorrow for all Los Angeles County, including all the cities in the county. Traveling to and from work, seeking or getting emergency care, and emergency responders are exempt. More information is available at lacounty.gov/emergency.
Okay.
So people have to go to work at 6 a.m. tomorrow, basically. That's not bad. If you want to go to work, you can go to work. It's not so bad.
Bill T. Walton's gonna wrap me in more than just tender shoots. What are you gonna wrap me in? Saran wrap? That's pretty sexy, Bill T. Walton. Bill T. Walton's gonna wrap me in tender shoots and saran wrap.
That
What,
is
Octavia
sexy.
Silva? Okay, I'll look and see what I'm looking at.
Whoa!
A
What
paint
is that
color.
ridiculous? How did you find that?
A paint color called Tender
Tender
Shoots. It's
Oh,
wonderful.
I want to paint a room.
I want to paint
that
a room
color.
Tender Shoots.
Yeah, me too. Pantone as well. Every year there's like Pantone colors. So Tender Shoots was a color one season. That was popular. Wow, you find the most like amazing things. I have to say, I'm very impressed with your digging skills.
Tender Shoots. When painting a room, true lovers choose Tender Shoots.
So good.
What's the company? Pantene? Pantone. Tender Shoots. If we were to paint a room this color, we would, every time we come in here, we'd say, "You're my Tender Shoots."
Oh, you are my Tender Shoots.
It looks kind of like pea soup.
Yeah, it is.
Are we sativa or indica smokers? By and large, indica.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily actually like it better. I kind of like the sativa bag we had before. It was half sativa. We're growing.
Yeah, that
right
was
now.
Hybrid.
Yeah, sativa
what was
heavy
the name
hybrid.
of it?
Something berry kush maybe.
Oh.
I think basically as I'm getting a little older, I'm beginning to feel like I prefer more sativa-ish stuff because indicas can sometimes give me a headache if it's not the right kind of indica, you know? A long time ago, my favorite weed of all time was Northern Lights.
I've heard of that.
You can sometimes still find it. I don't know if it's how legit it is to the original strain or whatever, but I remember when I grew it in Santa Cruz, I grew like 5 or 6 different strains. And one of them was Northern Lights. And it was head and shoulders above everything else I grew, which was also good, but not as good as the Northern Lights.
Wow.
And that Northern Lights was boom. It was, we grew under lights. It was the
black lights?
No, under
heat
like
lamps?
halogen, like big, like grow lights, under grow lights.
Yeah. Yep. Jen wanted to build one in her.
Now, remember, this is circa 1992.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, David White. This is circa 1992. In 1992, Northern Lights was top thing you could get. Okay, it was like the bomb, right? The thing is, I'm still convinced that Northern Lights I grew was especially good Northern Lights and grown especially well because it was so head and shoulders above the other strains that I grew. I remember being so impressed by it. And then I remember actually encountering it years later again. Store had it and I got it and it tasted the same. It was very similar.
That's nice. I would like to try it if we ever find it.
Yeah. Sometimes they have like a shitty version of it. Some places not. It's just like yeah.
Well, it's a crapshoot, I guess.
It depends on a lot of things. It depends on how it's grown, the specific seed, I guess, of the strain, and how well it's cured, and how far enough it is in its curing process. It can, it's a short window of time when a weed is perfect for smoking. And it doesn't last very long, and you can't sustain it beyond that. Like the weed that we have in this bag is well cured, but it's too dry. It should be slightly moister than this.
Yeah, and I wonder if it's Jeffree Star's like company for some reason. Delilah said that like Jeffree Star owns a lot of like.
Who's Jeffree Star?
He's this pop icon right now.
Oh, I've never heard of him before.
He makes makeup.
Cloud doesn't lie. He doesn't think that things need to be consistent between instances. So it's true he doesn't lie. Sometimes he says with absolute certainty that I am an ISFJ. Sometimes he says absolute certainty that I'm an HP. Sometimes he says absolute certainty that he's a meow, Regardless, the point is, it's not lying because he's not willfully deceiving. He's just expressing his contempt for the idea that words mean things. I mean, it's legal here too, David White, in California. This weed is from a white market store. So it's got like, these labels and stuff on it. This label that tells you information about it, and this label. This is cheap weed, right? This is $120 an ounce.
It's good.
But it's good for cheap weed.
Yeah.
It's $120 out the door. That's after taxes and everything.
That's really good.
Mm-hmm. Jeffree Star is a makeup developer?
Yeah, he is.
Huh. How does one develop makeup?
Yeah.
Was he a scientist? I don't think so. Oh, he reviews makeup. Oh, okay.
He makes makeup too. He signs up with people who make makeup, and then he's like, okay, this theme is going to be about galactic stuff, so I want it to be this color.
That's how you develop it. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah. That's what he does. He's very popular.
That's interesting, James. Does he always choose periwinkle? He should. Periwinkle and Tinder shoots. That should be his textbook combination of colors.
Okay, so should my wedding? So Winston's mom, right? If she's my maid of honor, I think the dress color should be periwinkle.
You must have heard that wrong. Okay. I don't know what you thought I said, but I didn't say that. So here's the thing. No, galactic. It was galactic. That's what was said. I see. I got you, horse mumbler. Makes sense. No, but listen, I have a recommendation to Jeffree Star. Okay.
Hey, horse mumbler.
In fact, I think what I'm going to do is I might excerpt this little bit of this video here. Maybe I should just record it right now. I have a personal challenge to Jeffree Star. I'm going to make this as a video. I'm going to upload it separately. Be real quick here. Please pardon the interruption.
I like that. That's like a thing. Part of it.
Jeffree Star, listen. I just heard about you. You're a so-called Mako developer. And I've got a serious challenge for you. And I want to see if you can handle it. It's a challenge that a Mako developer like yourself is going to have a challenge meeting. I want you to create a makeup line or pairing that includes the two colors periwinkle and tender shoots. If you want to know what tender shoots looks like, it looks like this. This is the color of tender shoots, okay? Tender shoots right there. Kind of a pea soup green.
Mm-hmm.
So make it work. Can you do that? Can you make it work with just periwinkle? You can add a third color to make it work. That's a challenge, okay? Here's your challenge. You're given periwinkle and tender shoots. What third color brings those two colors together to make the whole thing work?
I love that idea.
My challenge to Jeffree Star. I just heard about you tonight.
I
got a challenge for you.
I have an idea.
What's your idea? Don't tell us.
I'm not going to. I'm only going to tell you.
Okay, well, I'm going to try off this video now, and then you can tell us on the live stream. But
that's what I mean.
All right, here we go. So Jeffree Star, that's my message to you. Make periwinkle and tender shoots work together with a third color. Okay. I'm going to upload that. Important message to Jeffree Star. I'm going to call it.
Can you do a pull for me after you're done with that?
Mm-hmm. Critically important message for Jeffree Star. How do you spell it?
Yeah.
Is there an E between the R and the F? Let me Google it. Jeffree. Yeah, that's how you spell it. An American singer? Because he's a singer.
He sings too, yeah.
He sings too, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Critical message. Urgent message for Jeffree Star. Let me put his name here. Jeffree Star. Makeup developer. And making makeup. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of all this stuff. whereby.com/TWFP1. Okay. Now let's get a picture of I've got a good idea for a thumb here. What I'm gonna get a picture of Jeffree Star and then a picture of me, and I'm gonna make a talking from me to Jeffree Star thing.
It's a
Okay.
good idea.
All right. So, huh. What an interesting fellow.
Yeah.
Okay. Will he be able to make periwinkle and Tinder sheets work? We'll find out.
Yeah.
Drone folder. Open with GIMP. Now I need to find a picture of me to use as well. So I will go to open with GIMP. Okay, now I'm going to do this.
Cool.
Oops. There.
Oh my gosh, I used to do this stuff all the time.
Okay.
Brings me back.
Okay.
Is a nice essay.
I mean, this example of your essay, it's all called kind of a pain in the ass when I feel like I'm doing it. Okay, so
Well, it is. You're right about that.
damn it.
That's really good fitting.
Usually erase some of the little goo around the edge there. And turn it maybe. Can I turn this guy? Let's see. Turn myself all sideways. Oh, okay, cancel that. Okay, let me just erase these things around it. And then sorry, live stream audience. I know this is boring, but I'm trying to do something that might help the channel or something. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe this guy will watch this and be intrigued enough to want to take up my challenge.
I think it's a fun idea.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Kiki. Yeah. Yeah.
No, he's right. Morale. Who's a Captain Morale?
Captain Morale is Capio. What's in there? Oh. Mm-hmm. That was mine. I took a shower with water and soap. And that's what you smell. Yes, Capio. Wonder Kitty. The kitty pageant winner. Yes. The ma. Kitty Capio. Kitty cat winner. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are them. You entered you in because you wanted it so. You know it. You see too many faces. See, that's true. Oh, cute. Loving to keep my vibes. Makes me human. Feel human. Thank you, Sophia. I like it. Yeah.
Okay. Now I put the word.
Oh, Sophia. I love you. Can do more? Such a good kitty. A very important kitty friend.
Mm-hmm. Oh, exceedingly important kitty friend. There, that's good for thumbnail. I just need to make this crop this image a little bit. Like, yeah. Image. Crop. Image.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sophia. I'm sorry, baby.
Crop.
Are you looking outside? Somewhere?
Export this thing. Like, wait, is still too little space there? Yeah, there it is. Damn it. There. Crop. Yeah. Export. Just a JPEG. Replace. Bada bing, bada boom. Now go up here. Now go up here. Now go over here. Sorry, everybody, for all this very boring stuff, but you know, I'm trying to do something useful. You never know when something like this is gonna work, you know?
I'm hoping they're using the whole talking amongst themselves thing.
Yeah, hopefully you guys are talking amongst yourselves about important things. Let's see. Jeffree Star Makeup Challenge.
Right.
Makeup Development Bear. engaging Jeffree Star. Is Jeffree Star really good at makeup? That's a question somebody might Google. Right? Can Jeffree Star really accomplish the challenge that Eric has presented for him? Probably less likely to be Googled. Okay. Recording tape today. Recording location right here. I'm going to put down Hollywood again. Hollywood, California. Oh, yeah. Hollywood. It's Hollywood time, y'all. I'm going to monetize. On. Done. Then I'm going to put here ad suitability. There's none of the above. Got none of that bad stuff. Okay. No, I don't need that. I'm going to save it as unlisted until it clears ad acceptability. And then I'll post it. Let's see what it says about the thing that it says about the thing when the thing is said. Let's see what it says. It says it's checking. It usually takes less than 20 minutes. That's pretty good. That's pretty fast, YouTube. Good job. Good job. While we're waiting for it, I'm going to play this song again that I've been playing today.
God damn it, we were promised a plague. Bodies in the street. Not overburdened healthcare, sir. But you see, it's been underburdened. Gee, that's this COVID thing. Been so exaggerated, we have been lied to. Fooled, misguided, directed to the wrong side. Your cherry picking art is not going to work. You don't know your steps. Your data gathering methodologies are crap. Listen here, if you only test the sickest, what you think is gonna be the trick? COVID-19 destroy everything for the impression you bring. COVID-19 destroy everything for the impression you bring. We swallow the gum. COVID-19 destroy everything for the impression you bring. COVID-19 destroy everything for the impression you bring.
Thank you. Thanks, that's you.
Yeah, I like the way you put it, Skygear. I'm cheating the copyright system by making my own music. Exactly. So I have something I can play musically while I'm live streaming.
Oh shit. Fucking stupid asshole.
Rachel, you're not a stupid asshole. You're just an intuitard.
It's such an intuitard. Like,
It's
hot
okay,
coffee is a
darling.
good thing. It's not hotter, but
I'm an
I'm
intuitard as
happy with my
well.
headbang.
That's good headbang. It was worth it.
It was.
It was
I
worth
just
a
was
little
like pee
spillage.
myself. That's
Mhm.
it. Oh yes, please enjoy it.
Delicioso.
Mm.
In case you don't know, that's delicious in Italian. I speak a little bit of Italian. I say delicioso. I can say pizza, lasagna, rigatoni.
Rigatoni.
I got all kinds of Italian words in me. Meatball sandwich.
So when I'm half Italian in heritage, and my cousin used to like me saying mozzarella because my ISFJ grandma would always say mozzarella. What's mozzarella? It was mozzarella. So she like was happy like having an Italian cousin, so she's like, say it again, and I'd be like mozzarella. She'd be like, say it again, like mozzarella. Like that's how I say it.
Right, whereas I pronounce it
Moshing.
in the proper Italian fashion, mozzarella.
Headbang is like that. I know.
I can't bang my head without getting seasick.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't like to move around too much, be too jostled.
I used to be better as a kid. As a kid, boom. I used to do
Spin around in circles and stuff.
in the pool. I go up. I would be able to no problem. And then as I got older, I started to get the sickness. As I did it, I can't.
Yeah, it's just your SE gets a little weaker. My inner ears aren't great. Probably smoking doesn't help with that.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, life is life. Life's what you make of it, they say.
Yeah.
And just because I've made a you go out of it doesn't mean you should shame me.
Hello, Octavius of it. It was a good one for T polar. That's a good example of it.
You know, there's this fairly, I guess, in contemporary understanding, probably a fairly racist Saturday Night Live skit.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to ask you, not the one I showed you earlier, something different.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you guys to chat amongst yourselves briefly while I look it up, because I just thought of it and I want to look it up. I want to look at it. I will link to it if I can find it. It's called Adobe. It's a Saturday Night Live skit called Adobe. No, you can find it, but you have to find it on the NBC website. It's the SNL Adobe car commercial. If you Google it, you can find it.
Yeah, that's how a lot of sketches are.
We're back. Yes, we're back and better than ever.
Yeah, since Mom.
We're coming up on 2 hours, so we're probably coming to the close of this stretch of stream, I suspect. I wouldn't mind watching a movie or something before bed tonight.
Okay. Your choice.
I mean, last night we did a lot of Googling and stuff, and we settled on a good choice, right?
Yeah, we did.
Anyone have any good recommendations of movies for us to
Yeah.
see after the live stream? Why do I get an asterisk, I wonder, instead of an I? Irk. Or it just means it could be Eric, Iraq, Eric, Iraq, Eric, Iraq, Eruk, or Reich. Is that what you mean by that? You put any letter there and it's still Eric. Still refers to me. You fill in the whole of a variable. The half of it? The half of it. Let's Google it and see what it is. Oh, you were censoring me. Okay, good. The half of it.
ISFP. Oh, we have Netflix now?
We do?
Yeah.
Or the other thing we could do, would rather do than watch a movie, is get Audible and listen to that book.
Yeah, I was really into it. Yeah, I liked you a lot.
That would be
Okay,
great. Let's do that.
let's do it.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Okay, so I think I'm winding down here. I'm gonna pull another bong rip.
Okay, I'll clear out mine.
I'm gonna play this song again.
God damn it, we were promised a plague. Bodies in the street. Totally out of whack with crew. Not overburdened healthcare's group. But you see, it's been underburdened. Gee, that's just COVID thing's been so exaggerated. We have been lied to, fooled, misguided, directed to the wrong side. Your cherry picking art is not going to work. You don't know your stats, your data gathering methodologies are crap. Listen here, if you only test the sickest, what do you think is gonna be the trick? COVID-19 destroy everything for the impression you bring. COVID-19 destroy everything for the impression you bring. Scared enough. We swallow the cup.
Share this song on social media, please. I put a link there.
COVID-19 destroy everything for the impression you bring. COVID-19 destroy everything for the impression you bring.
I'm gonna loop this on our way out as I'm pulling bowls.
God God damn it,
All right, that's a good point, Sky.
Bodies in the street. Oh yeah, back in the curb.
What was the last pet you had, Jason Blood?
Not overburdened healthcare. Like you see, it's been underburdened. Gee, that's just COVID been so exaggerated. We have been lied to, fooled, misguided, directed to the wrong side. Your cherry picking art is not going to work. You don't know your steps. Your data gathering methodologies are crap. Listen here, if you only test the singers, what you think is gonna be the trick? COVID-19 destroy everything for the impression you bring. COVID-19 destroy everything for the impression you bring.
Those are glows.
It does. That's so cool. Where'd when did you make that picture?
From 5 years ago.
Wow, 15. That's so cool.
This was during the period of time when my ex-wife was collecting globes. Yes,
Oh,
she collected things like that.
that's so funny.
It's not a textbook ESFJ.
My sister collects globes. Those are a lot of globes now I look at it.
It doesn't matter.
God damn it, we were promised a plague. Bodies in the street. Oh yeah, back in the curb. Not overburdened healthcare, sir. Like you see, it's been underburdened. Gee, that's just COVID been so exaggerated. We have been lied to, fooled, misguided, directed to the wrong side. Your cherry picking art is not going to work. You don't know your steps. Your data gathering methodologies are
I
crap.
like that you'll always
Listen here, if you only test the singers, what you think is gonna be the trick? Feeling scared. COVID-19 to destroy everything for the impression you bring. Feeling scared. COVID-19 to destroy everything for the impression you bring. Scared and dumb, we swallow the gun.
Good coughing, Rachel.
COVID-19 to destroy everything for the impression you bring. COVID-19 to destroy everything for the impression you bring.
So, anyway,
So,
that's it. You probably wake up in the morning humming that song. No, it doesn't sound like a song by Gorillaz. People are always desperate to find some sort of linkage to something. My music's pretty damn original.
yeah.
It's pretty hard to find a meaningful linkage to something else. It's hard to reduce to an example of something else, which is part of the reason why it's not very popular. I think,
Yeah.
it's easier when you can try to reduce it to something like that, but you really can't,
No.
My music's very distinct. Possibly, like I'm saying, too distinct.
It's original. Is it not? I think
Yeah, it is. It's very original.
I call it original.
Okay.
Overwatch.
Anyhow,
Bye, James.
see you guys
Bye,
later.
Jason Blood.
Talk to you later. Thank
Have
you
a
for being
good
here.
night.
Have a good evening.